special Saturday edition of the Don't Argue with the Facts podcast. This is an NBA playoff reaction. I'm your host, Noah Love. Tonight we will be going over both games that happened. Uh, the Celtics take a 2-1 series lead over the Knicks in dominant fashion, and the Warriors just come up short against the Timberwolves. We will talk about Ant's big second half. We'll talk about the Warriors defense, but how it was Butler and Kuminga and really nobody else to help out the Warriors. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the Celtics Knicks game. The Celtics backs against the wall, go wire to wire in respond. They win at 115-93. Man, what a what a dominant performance. The threes fell today. They were 20 of 40. They shot 50%. It was never in doubt. I thought their defense has been really good in the series. I felt like it's just they haven't been able to knock down the threes. They were pretty efficient. I thought Tatum played his best game of the series, which, I mean, for his standards today, even was still kind of a mid game. I thought Horford played well. Jaylen Brown did as well. Derek White. Again, they just knocked down threes and they defended. The offensive rebounds were big. Peyton Pritchard with 23 points off the bench was huge. And the Knicks, they just never really got it going. Look, OG 1 for 6, didn't have it. Brunson and Towns played pretty good games, I'd say, but it just wasn't enough. Look, the Knicks, not the Knicks, the Celtics came out again to hit threes. And I talked about this with the Celtics, whereas I said, look, they're one of the best, if not the best road team in basketball this year. If I'm a Knicks fan, I'm still not comfortable. And look what happened today. Now Monday night gets really interesting because if the Celtics find a way to tie this thing up, I think it may be Celtics in 6. Because now you've lost the momentum. Game 4 is a must-win for both teams, I feel like. Because if you're the Knicks, you want to at least, even if we lose Game 5, if you win Game 4, okay, it's back at the Garden for Game 6. We can close it out at home, even though historically we haven't been great at that. Whereas if you lose Game 4, now it's a best of 3, and now you have no momentum. The Celtics have found their 3-point range. You're not loving it. You're not loving your chances. Celtics, just a great overall performance. I thought, look, they did a good job in the pick and roll. I thought the Knicks, look, there was a couple times where they caught Towns in a bit of a drop. And I think there was one time early in the game where Tatum was coming off of a screen. I think it was from Horford. And Towns was in a drop. And Tatum pulled up for 3 and stuck it. I think there was another time where he was more up, but Tatum really maneuvered the screen to get a 3. Look, the threes were just dropping today. The Garden was on fire, but they didn't give them really anything to cheer about a lot because, the Celtics came in and basically kicked their butts for 4 quarters. I mean, that's basically what happened. It was just straight butt kicking. If I'm the Knicks, look, I regroup. I gotta find a way to be more physical, run them off the line. I gotta be better offensively. OG and them guys, they gotta make shots. Obviously, they gotta make some open ones. I mean, in terms of the 3, they were 5 of 25. Gotta be better there. Run them off the line, play more physical. By the way, Mitchell Robinson, I from the line, but you kind of knew that. Look, I think just you gotta keep the game close with Boston because I think Boston got off to such a great start, and they were able to keep their foot on the gas because they were making threes, and it was just the Celtics were like, okay, This was a blowout. So they never felt any pressure in this game, I felt like. The Knicks the Knicks need to find a way in game 4 to put some pressure on the Celtics if they want to have a chance in this in the in the next game. Look, in terms of Brunson's performance, I thought Brunson overall in the game was fine. I thought he was fine. I thought Towns, he's played well. He wasn't efficient, but I thought on the glass he's fine. I don't know what's up with Porzingis and this illness. They still haven't been able to get it figured out. Really? I don't know what's up with that. It's like he's had it for a while. He came in and gave him okay minutes, I guess, but he's had it for a while. It forces his energy to be up and down. I don't know, man. But Horford's played well, and he played well, obviously, today. Um, the Celtics just dominated, man. That's what it comes down to. They dominated. They made threes, and they won the game. That's basically the story of the game. 20 of 40 from three. They were quicker. They were a step ahead of the Knicks today, and that's what happened. And that's how the Celtics make it a 2-1 series. Game 4 on Monday night will be interesting. Now, to the game of the night, obviously, in terms of play, the Wolves beat the Warriors 102-97. The Wolves, man, triple double from Randall. His playmaking in this game was great. 36 from Edwards. Edwards had 4 at halftime. Second half, he came out and just said he knew he had to be better, and he was better. Had nobody to slow him down or stop him for Golden State. On the Golden State side, Kuminga gave him 30. Jimmy Butler gave him 33. Uh, he would have 14. Outside of that, nobody else gave him really anything. Bruh, Pajimski, 5 points, 1 of 10. That's not going to get it done, not being able to make a shot. I don't understand why Steve Kerr did not play Trace Jackson Davis more. He has 7 points in 11 minutes. He played really well. First of all, Draymond was terrible. 2 points, 2 boards, 4 assists, 5 turnovers, 6 fouls. That's terrible. He was awful. If he played better, they may win the game. But I just thought obviously like the offensive rebounds by Gobert were key. Couldn't really keep him off the glass. Thought Jaden McDaniels, they got some big stops. He hit a big three. Golden State, I thought the formula they had tonight was the formula that they have to play with going forward without Steph. I thought for a minute there it would work. It didn't, obviously. Ant just too good closing. I thought the defense they played was fantastic. They obviously hit some threes. They couldn't buy one in the first half, but they hit some in the second half. They actually ended up 10 of 23, which is not bad. Again, thought the defense was great. Look, they would have had to hold Minnesota under 100 like they did in game 1. That's the type of game you need to be. If it's a game in the hundreds, I don't think the Warriors can win that way unless Steph is there. Don't think that can happen. Moses Moody didn't really play. Kerr was just in game 2. He was trying to throw everything at the wall, see what sticks. Today, he went with more of a 9-10 man rotation. Kuminga, see, this is why I don't understand about Kerr. Kuminga, who Warriors fans have been screaming play, he has 30 tonight. This is what Jonathan Kuminga could do. Again, him and Butler combined for 63. The rest of them didn't really get help. I mean, if you take out Buddy Hield, there was nobody else in double figures. So, I just don't understand that. Look, Minnesota, I thought their pick and roll defense was really good. I know they let up some threes in the third. I thought in the fourth quarter, again, playoff basketball is a long game. At halftime, obviously they were down. I thought they weren't getting good shots. Obviously, Ant wasn't playing well. I thought Ant obviously he got his 3-point shot going, but I think he was attacking downhill more. He was not settling like that. I thought them being able to get out and run against the Warriors, that really was set, got them this win because again them playing in the half court against that Warriors defense, who's been a top five defense, or I believe the number one ranked defense since Butler got there in the second half of the season. I just don't know if they had continued to play that game in the half court. I think the Warriors might have been able to sneak a win, but the fact they were able to get some open transition dunks. I mean, obviously you have the one late where it's a turnover and it's like a 2-on-1 and Randall Warriors do a decent job getting back, but Randall, instead of going up for the layup, he sees Gobert trailing, gets it off. Gobert dunk. Uh there was just huge plays. Obviously, you had the Jaden McDaniels three, you had the Gobert dunk, you had the Gobert tap into the Edwards. He had missed a corner three. It was obviously tapped the bat, and then Edwards hit another three. So look, I just think tonight it was an interesting game because Golden State had had the game where they wanted it, but without Steph, look, Jimmy, I think he ran out of gas. I also thought they did a great job on him, but I think he partially ran out of gas. I just think not having Steph as that closer, it's just brutal. Jimmy had spent all the energy they could, and they did a great job with him, on him going to the rim. I thought in the second half they did not make it easy. They contested him without fouling. I thought there was a couple times where Gobert came over, kind of affected his shot, made him miss. Uh, Minnesota, this is one they really had to go out and earn. This was a hard fought game, man, from start to finish. Uh, Look, game four is on Monday night. I fully expect Minnesota to win that one. If I'm Minnesota, I'm trying to come out and take their hearts, but it's going to be a sense of desperation if they go down 3-1, Golden State, it's wraps. If they somehow pull one out and make it 2-2, I don't know the chances of Steph coming, what the chances of Steph coming back would be. We will see, but yeah, game one was interesting. Look, game one, Minnesota couldn't really make a shot. Steph was out there. He was cooking till obviously he had the hamstring, but the Warriors were still able to pull it out. Game two was really just Warriors were awful on offense and Minnesota really good on offense and defense. Game three was more of a hard fought one where it was nip and tuck back and forth. What will game four hold? We will see. With that host, Timberwolves take a 2-1 series lead. I'm going to preview tomorrow's games here. Because n- they're intriguing. The Thunder and Nuggets. The Thunder and Nuggets. Look, game two was a blowout, but games one and three have been fantastic. Uh, led Nuggets led by Jamal Murray. Well, I won't say even led by. I say it was more of a team effort. They're up 2-1, and they have a chance to go up 3-1 against a 68 win Thunder team. Must win for the Thunder, and I say that because look, I think in Game Three, that was the Nuggets championship medal. I think they showed everybody, look, we've had obviously our coach got fired. That's not we weren't playing well, but we still have, even though we don't have the maybe exactly the same depth, we have winning guys, and we still have that championship core. I thought in the second half they were really good on defense. I and part of that was Shea going 1-on-1, which we will get to. Um, Joker couldn't hit shot. Gordon obviously hit the big corner three. I thought when Porter's on, the Nuggets are tough to beat, but he's so inconsistent. Again, you have a game where Joker, look, he had 20, 16, and 6 and 8 turnovers. He was 8 for 25, 0 at 10 for 3. He was not really that good in this game. But you got the contributions from Murray with 27, Gordon 21, or excuse me, Gordon 22, Porter 21. Even Peyton Watson came in and gave you some valuable minutes. And obviously Westbrook, it wasn't his best game, obviously off the bench, but play well. I thought their defense in overtime down the stretch. OKC scores 2 points in overtime. OKC, it just seems like against the Nuggets, they can't close. Blowouts, yeah, sure, that's great, but it seems like when it's close, it just haven't been able to close. Shea and Gilgeous-Alexander, they got into too much one-on-one. In game four, if it's close, if it get which I expected it to be, if it gets down late, they got to start moving the ball. I mean, look, Hardenstein, he was missing them floaters. That's what Denver wants. They're like, if Hardenstein makes those, okay. But Jalen Williams had 32 points, and he got like one shot in overtime, or at least move the ball to get people a look, get some rhythm. That one on, there were multiple possessions where it was Brown on Shea, 1-on-1, dribble, dribble, dribble. Oh, I'm gonna give it off. Hardenstein. Oh, it's an air ball. Like, okay, bro. Then it was the same possession again. Then there was one possession, and I'm going back here. Fourth quarter is 102-99. Shea has Jalen Williams, who have been smoking, who had just hit a three to get you the lead. He's wide open. You don't pass it to him. You come out, reset. You get garbage, fast break, and then it leads to the Gordon three. OKC got into just they they got into too much ISO ball, and that's what cost them. Also, Denver was playing some fantastic defense, not known as a defensive team this year by any sense of the margin. But when they were able, when they needed a stop, they were able to get one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And Game 4 is interesting. Game 4, Nuggets. If you win this, you go up 3-1. That puts massive pressure on OKC. OKC 68 win team. This is the biggest game to me of the season. You win this game, best of 3. Yes, I know they kind of stole one, but I feel good about their chances. Whereas you go down 3-1, even if you win game 5, you come back to Denver. An elimination game against a team with championship medal, you don't really have that. Aye. But to me, OKC can't lose this series. You can't be a 68 win team and lose the series. You can't be. Cleveland and Indiana also with a massive game 4. Uh, Cleveland got their guys back. And Indiana just seemed like they came out flat. Second half played better, but that second quarter really killed them. It really did. Because if you look at that second half, Indiana kind of stayed with some in terms of the half, but they look 34-13 in the second. That defined the game right there. That was it. That defined the game. 34-13 in the second. That that was basically the game right there. Mitchell had 43. Look, they had no answer for him. Strus played well. Garland was another ball handler, but you could tell he's just not right. They got killed on the glass. They got to be better on the glass. I mean, look, 18 offensive rebounds for that. They just got to be better. Halliburton did absolutely nothing in the game. He was just out there. Their bench, I thought, played well. I thought McConnell and Mathurin were really good. I thought Siakam, he really didn't have rhythm. I thought he kind of got something. Turner, I think, played decent until obviously the ankle injury, which I believe he'll play in game 4. He just got to retake. But game 4 is a big one. Again, Because if you're Indy, look, you go up 3-1, game 5. Look, they haven't beat you in their house. Who's to say you can't go in and get that? And if you're Cleveland, you win game 2. Oh man, you completely shift the series. Obviously, so it's a must-win game. I think game 4 is going to be very entertaining in Indiana. Indiana, it's going to be interesting how they come out. Because to me, if they come out and if they get a great start, put some pressure on Cleveland, it'll be interesting to see how Cleveland does respond. Cleveland came out and hit them in the mouth. And yes, Indiana did kind of have a little bit of a response. But then they hit them in the mouth again and they didn't have anything for it. To me, it's going to be about the start. Who starts fast? Do they both start fast? Does one start fast? Like, what happens? To me, that is going to be the most intriguing thing about this game in this series. Because this is, again, a swing game. You go up 3-1 or tie 2-2. All right, everybody. That has been the reaction episode. My reaction episode of the playoffs of Don't Argue with the Facts podcast. This will probably be up on Sunday, or early Sunday morning. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, follow my links in the bio or my links in the description to my Instagram and all that. And until next time, see ya.